Are you husband material or are you just a fling?
Oh,
or
fuck boy.
Are you picking?
Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah,
No,
I guess.
so.
I don't know.
FUCC boy.
Yeah,
thick boy.
What kind of boy are you? Would we pick you? But before we even roll into that, like that's the
Husboy.
topic of the day. It's hot guys versus husbands. Like I feel like this is a
You
thing.
can marry a hot guy.
Yeah, you can marry
Totally.
a hot guy.
I did.
But oh my god. But there's I feel like it's kind of similar for guys, like how some hot guys say like, oh, that girl's hot, but I wouldn't necessarily date her. And I think girls kind of have a similar thing. But before we roll into this, I want to talk about something really important that I just realized. All right, I need you guys to picture this. Okay. You're 12 years old. You're going over to your friend's house.
Lots of
I don't have
insecurities
friends
are cropping
at
up
12.
right now.
Okay, fuck. Just pretend to have friends, Nikki. Okay, so you're 12 years old. You're a kid. You're a boy. You're going to your friend's house.
So am Isaac.
And you love going to your friend's house because he's got a hot mom, and that mom is Tiff. It's Tiff. I just realized Tiff is the Tiff is the MILF of MILFs because Isaac's 12. He's 12, right? So
Yeah.
all of his friends are coming over,
they're
and
horny.
they're looking at Tiff. You're literally,
Oh my
you have to
gosh,
accept this.
Stop
You're
it.
the
I'm not
MILF of
prepared. It's too
MILFs.
early in the morning for such flattery.
She's a
No,
MILF.
it's funny.
She's the MILF of MILFs.
I know, like we walk in this morning and then they're all saying that, and I'm like, nah. I mean, their friends' moms are hot too. Like,
And we're all like, no.
No, this is another
We don't know
degree.
them, but we just know.
We just know.
This is another degree. Okay. So I think we talked about this before, or at least I've said it, and I think some people tacked on too, where I mentioned there's a period of the month when I'm ovulating.
right now,
With,
for me,
yes.
right now, this moment.
Right now, in
Like,
this
literally.
moment.
Oh,
Right
Tiff's
now.
horny as hell
Yeah,
right
Dude,
now.
we're in
Her clit is
heat.
throbbing.
Okay, too much.
We're literally in heat right now.
We're
Okay.
like cats. We're
Yeah,
all like
we're
rubbing
rubbing
it.
against the pillow. It's like,
Back it up, back it up.
Jesus.
It's tying it down. And in this time, I feel like I get really attracted to certain guys, but I wouldn't want to like date them. I wouldn't want to marry them.
True.
I just want to like run through like, what are those qualities? Like what does that look like? I mean, wait, do you guys have like a celebrity crush? Or
Oh,
do you
I
have,
got
like,
some celebrity
yeah.
crushes.
That's how my love for Jason Momoa like sprouted because
Your
it was
ovulation
during
week?
an ovulation week. 'Cause Jason Momoa is not the type of guy that I would actually want to marry. Like,
Why
it's just-
not? He seems like a
I
good
mean,
husband.
for sure he does seem. I'm just talking about appearances wise. Like he's like too buff, like too big, like
It's too much.
Too
You can't
rough.
picture him holding your babies.
I mean, maybe, but no, no. Like I don't know. Just like physically speaking, he's not the type of guy that I would want to marry. Like I love.
You don't see him standing next to you in your wedding photos.
Yeah.
Oh
no, no,
God,
no, no.
yeah, me either.
Because he'd steal the show.
He
Yeah,
would.
absolutely.
He's too hot. Like he's too big. He's
Too
too
hot.
much. Like there's just too much going on.
I don't want to go out in public with you, flipping that hair around and
Oh my
shit,
God.
looking
those
all
muscles?
fine.
Taking over like the entire sphere. Like no.
I'm just
the whole aisle.
imagining being
so
at a bar with
confusing.
him, and he like orders me a shot and slides down. I was like, "Here you go, babe." I'd be like, "Get out!" Like, how can I handle that?
Yeah, like for me, I don't know, like the whole like husband vibe, which is funny because Casey's totally this, but like the Joseph Gordon-Levitt and like the Justin Timberlake, like instinct, like more like boyish. Like that's the kind of guy that I married. I like the
A
boyish
little
kind
more,
of.
slinky. And
did any of you guys watch Love Is Blind?
Oh my God, I'm on episode like 5 right now.
Okay.
So
right.
like they're in Cancun or wherever, but like yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah. Oh, but
no
husband
spoilers.
material, Cameron Reed Hamilton.
Oh yeah, same.
100%
Same,
husband.
same. Oh my God,
The most
Both of them have the
husband.
same
Who's that?
type.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
yeah. He's like the nerd, but he's like a quiet,
Sweet boy.
scientist guy. But he's like present.
Wait, is
and
he the one?
calming.
Is he the one that
He's
that you
so
like?
present. Oh yes,
That,
absolutely.
That married the black girl.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He
Yeah.
looks at her like she's an
Completely lost.
angel.
Never seen
like
the show.
I need to be looked at. I feel like Steve looks at you.
saw
like
it
He
on
does.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was imagining this. I was like, bro, if he was in his little science lab cooking up them little robots, I'm over in the marketing department. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck that guy.
And she had never dated a white dude before.
She had never. Yeah,
She was like really surprised. She was like, I didn't know if he was Puerto Rican, Latino, black, white. I didn't know. He ended up being white. And it was like a big deal for her. I haven't seen the end yet where like they meet the families or anything like that.
no spoilers.
Okay, okay.
But like that, I think that's the same territory of like kind of like husband material. Look, bottom like, well, we'll keep going into this, but I already see the bottom line here. If you're too hot, we can't marry you.
Yeah.
Like,
Can I
Too
say
much.
though?
Too intimidating.
Can I say, teacher, that
Teacher?
Oh, yeah, well, I was raising my hand. I don't know why. When we're talking about ovulating, first of all, like if it's been more than a few weeks that I haven't gotten laid, like anything that walks by, I'm like, I need to fuck. But I've noticed that.
Are you currently in this state right now?
I just got past it.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I've noticed when I'm ovulating, the types of guys I'm attracted to are kind of pudgy.
Oh,
Like they're
What?
kind of like they
Dad
got
bods?
dad bods. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like I've never, and I've talked about this before. I've never really like been super physically attracted right off the bat to people. Like everyone kind of looks like a blob until they make me laugh. But if we're just going off physical appearances, dad bods make me wet. Make me wet.
Jesus.
wow.
Yeah.
Do they represent
Interesting.
security to you?
I don't
Because
know.
Why?
Fatherly.
I think it's like cuddly. Yeah, it's like cuddly. It's like, oh, he could fuck me and then we could cuddle really well.
I want you to be able to like snap my nose off with your abs.
But they look big too. Like they're big, like they're tall, pudgy dudes.
So like Chris Pratt.
So Chris Pratt, yeah.
In, what
So-
was it?
Or so like your
Parks and Rec.
husband.
Yeah, okay,
He's not
so
pudgy, but
I think my top 3 celebrities are Eminem, Chris Pratt,
If you
and
say
Ryan
Steve Green.
Gosling. I think Steve.
She's like my top 3 celebrities:
Steve Green.
Ryan Gosling, Steve Green.
But I think Steve is a combination of those 3 guys. Think about it. Eminem, Chris Pratt, Ryan Gosling. Put them together.
Where is Eminem and Steve?
there is no Eminem.
Where?
Okay, that's
There's
just
not.
hopeful. I'm hoping that he'll learn to rap eventually.
Oh my god.
Not even close.
He's from the
girl.
Midwest.
He's funny.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Eminem cracks jokes.
Yeah, he
His
does.
raps.
He's got bars.
I guess Steve Green has bars.
Dude, my I'm clipping that.
Don't be jealous, Jess.
As of late, my ultimate fantasy right now is Robert Pattinson.
What?
Oh my
I
god.
would never think that.
Oh my god.
No,
Dude,
he's
not even
back.
Twilight phase like after that. So
He's Batman now.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes, he fucking is.
I can't wait to see that.
Oh, me too. I already started putting out calls so I could get into the premiere. Absolutely. Like I need to
Invite me. I want to go.
no.
Wait.
Sorry, this is personal.
Quick poll. Batman's the hottest superhero. Yes or no? Yes? Because Superman, he's hot, but he's not cocky enough. So it's like he's too nice. You know, Batman, kind of cocky, but also hot. Iron Man, also cocky. Both rich.
Yeah,
I choose
I'm
Batman.
with you. I think Batman for me resembles a little bit more of a dark, brooding energy.
Yeah.
And like that's what I want to ram into me is a dark, a dark, brooding energy.
I want his Batmobile in my Batcave now.
Sorry, girls. I'm more of a Superman girl.
I was,
What?
Yeah.
Oh, because he seems like such a nice
such a
guy.
nice
Nice guy. He's so romantic.
He's
He's,
too
so
clean.
sweet.
Oh
Way
my
too
god!
clean.
Wait, then if we're going that route, I'm more of a Joker girl.
The fuck? You need the mental health guy?
I see that. I see that.
That's true. That's
Well,
true. That's
because
true.
when we talk about like hot guys versus house husbands, like honestly, okay, this is gonna sound dumb, but like I can't think of anyone else. This is not like this person is not always at the top of my mind, but the epitome of I will fuck you, but I won't marry you is like G-Eazy.
I just
Oh.
I picture the Joker putting on his lipstick in the mirror, and then Bo's like, "I'm gonna fuck it."
Yeah,
She's Harley Quinn.
Absolutely. Well, I like the mischief factor, but then second in line would be Batman, just because like he's rich.
Yeah,
I like the mask. I like that I can't really see his face.
yeah. Oh, I thought you meant the
Yeah,
mask.
I
The Jim
thought so
Carrey's
too.
the mask.
I
was like, okay, that took a twist.
No, the Batman mask.
Wait, does no one else ever like the like bad boy type? Like we've all mentioned
I
guys
do,
that
for sure.
I said I like Eminem.
The Joker is just a little bit too methy for me.
Yeah, he's a little too crazy.
Why are we going back to the Joker thing
Okay,
again?
anyway.
like, why?
You said it,
I said
and now
it.
you put pictures in all of our
Let's
minds.
leave it. Let's leave it back there.
Harlequin
Bad
over
boys.
here.
I like Mark Wahlberg. He's a bad boy.
He is
Like,
kind of a bad
If I
boy.
was thinking
Mark
of
Wahlberg's not a bad boy.
I thought he.
dude, he beat a
certain
Vietnamese
for that.
man into submission when he was a teenager, which people forgot about.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
he
think
does
what
have a
was
little
that
bit
that's
of
a
a
huge
record.
turnoff for me.
What was his song? Remember in the 90s
yeah.
he was a rapper or something?
was so
very
corny,
briefly?
too.
Oh yeah,
What's
the
the
Marky
song?
Mark.
Yeah, that.
I don't know the song.
Forgot already.
God,
But
bothered me.
like physical alone, like despite his past, which is a huge turn off, but like if I was just to look at him physically,
What about his past is a turnoff?
he like I did some digging on like celebrities who did fucked up shit that people forgot about, and he like beat a Vietnamese guy just for being Vietnamese. But they've since made amends, and he apologized. The Vietnamese man is like, it's okay, it's cool.
Wow.
I've moved on. Maybe he got paid off.
For sure
I
he
don't
did.
know. But yeah, that was.
You know, I always like Mark Wahlberg because of how he got with his wife. I always thought it was so sweet.
How'd he get with his wife?
Because she was like a waitress. He was already like a celebrity and stuff. And
Oh.
she was a waitress, and then like they just connected. And I'm like, that's so cute. He didn't have to marry someone famous.
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah, that's
I wonder
the
if
reason
she
why
was
I
a
like it.
fan.
He beat up a Vietnamese man.
Yeah.
Being Vietnamese.
That's crazy. I never heard that.
Yeah,
I know. This was before social media, so you couldn't get canceled or anything
Wow.
like that.
Nikki, that's not the type of bad boy.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
like,
It popped in
was
my
looking
head
for, like,
after.
a-
It popped in my head
Like,
after.
I don't know, Jeezy
Well, you
smoking
ruined it.
cigarettes
I know. I
outside the
ruined
club.
it for me too. I was like, Mark Wahlberg. Oh yeah, I learned that fact about him. Damn it.
You know what? Okay, here's another one that got me just really got it going. Okay, early 2000s Johnny Depp.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay, so Scissorhands.
He was
no,
hot.
no, that was
that's
like
90s.
90s.
That's 90s,
but like
yeah.
early 2000s is when he started.
The,
like the
captain. What's
Pirates
Jack
of the
Sparrow?
Caribbean.
no, it was before that. It was
Oh.
when he was just hot and just
yeah,
a bad
pre
boy.
pre him being like a pirate. I can see that.
That Peter Pan movie.
I need
Even
to,
better though.
You guys need to see a photo.
Even better though. I mean, 90s Leonardo.
Melting my heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, be
Yes.
still my beating heart. What was
Oh my god! I
Romeo
once
and
had
Juliet.
a dream that I wish I could go back to this dream. So I once had a dream, not Leonardo. No, I can't speak today.
Leonardo.
Leonardo.
La, la.
Brad Pitt, 90s Brad Pitt was in my dream.
Fight Club Brad
And
Pitt.
he was coming on to me, and I was just like, no, I'm married. And then I woke up, and I'm like, fuck!
I can't believe you said that.
love
You should have
blonde
at least
dudes.
fucked him in your dream.
I'm always too fucking loyal in my
that
dreams.
happened to me too
I get
with
so angry
Leonardo.
when I wake up.
You are, because you've mentioned this before.
I get so
you
mad.
keep getting hit on. People keep trying to go into Inception to fuck
Dude,
you,
last
and you turn
night,
them down.
just last night, there was another guy. I don't even know this guy doesn't exist, but he was so hot. He was coming on to me, and I was like, no, I'm married.
I'm married. That's the allure in the dream too. But that happened to me with Leonardo DiCaprio. He showed up in 3 of my dreams, tricking me into going on dates with him because I was like, I have a
Tricking you?
boyfriend.
He's not gonna
I was like, I
trick
have a
you.
boyfriend. I have
He
a
don't-
boyfriend.
no, he don't
and he's
need
like,
to
it's a
trick
business.
nobody.
It's a business dinner, and I was like, well, okay.
You did
if
meet
it's
him in
for business.
person.
You guys are actors.
So then he came into my work like after those 3 dreams. I'm like, he's fucking stalking me.
I thought you were just jumping straight into came in me, and I thought we were just going straight there. And I was like,
Came into
go
my
on.
work. He looked with his piercing blue eyes straight in my soul, and he knew he was in my dreams. And then Inception came out like 2 months later. I was like,
Oh, crazy.
that was based on me. That was based on your story.
Oh my god.
Dude, if I had a dream where one of them was trying to sleep with me, I turned it down or it just didn't go through, I would force myself back to sleep. Like
Yeah.
I
I
would
tried.
Oh, I tried to continue the dream.
Hear the desperation in their voices.
It was a dream. Let me go back.
Yeah.
Okay,
I even fell asleep, and I had a dream about something else that was so dumb. I'm like, damn it, where's Brad Pitt?
What a waste. I got one for you guys.
Okay.
Tom Hardy is my
Yes.
ultimate.
What?
He's super
Tom
hot.
Hardy. Have you seen what's that movie Lawless?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, give it to me, Tom
he
Hardy.
short?
What?
Bronson, the Bronson one where he played like the 2 guys. He was super hot at that
Oh,
one.
that
too.
one?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so the only reason why I went to the theaters with Tiff and Case and Isaac to watch Venom, the movie, was because
Venom. It's always back to Eminem.
it was because Tom Hardy was the leading, but in that I hated him in that role, so I was very disappointed. But he was really good in Lawless.
Wait, that movie
was
came
sexy.
out?
Venom?
Yeah. I remember
Like 2
seeing the
years ago.
trailer for it over and over again, and then I just never heard about it coming out.
It was last year, Nikki. Not 2 years
Well,
ago.
in 2018, the song came out. It dropped on Kamikaze.
Wow.
If you want to
She
check
knows.
me, it's September 2018.
Fact check.
And that was for the soundtrack to Venom.
You
So I
know
don't know
who
when the
I
actual
fell
movie
in
came
love
out.
with once I saw him in the very first movie I saw him in? Michael B. Jordan. And I know Gina's not here because
Oh,
this is
yeah.
Gina's
I'm trying
guy.
to swoop her, man.
I'm not trying to swoop. It's just, listen, I saw him
Listen.
in Fruitvale Station, and I was like, oh my God, swoon. Yes,
What's
he's
Fruitville
so.
Station?
Oh, it's a really good movie. It's actually
Oh.
based on a true story where this guy from like Oakland. You should check it out. It's really good.
Okay.
But he plays the lead character, and when I saw him, and he ends up like dying. Spoiler alert, but it's true story. He ends up dying at the end, and I was like, not Michael B. Jordan, because I really believed it.
Well, Leo
He's a good
died in
actor.
Titanic, and
That broke my heart.
That
I was a
was
little
super
girl
sad.
and I
But
cried.
okay, so I was just thinking about this. I was thinking like, who would I actually marry, like celebrity wise, like a house, like a husband status?
Chris Pratt.
But Chris Pratt would be a good one. Mine would be, wait, don't make fun of me. Like minus the drinking problem, Jimmy Fallon.
what?
Yeah.
Wait, explain this one.
Wait, why did you just
upset.
distance
I
yourself?
I just got physically jolted.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'm upset.
Listen, we're not judging, but we're judging.
We're totally judging
I've been
right
in
now.
love
needed
with Jimmy
an
Fallon for
explanation of
so
this one.
long. Are you kidding me?
His
From
persona
SNL
on that
days?
Tonight Show or whatever he's on
Yeah.
is so cringy and bad.
It's because he's been drinking or he needs a drink. But he's
Jimmy, you don't know him inside.
Like he's got some fucked up things that I could get turned on by.
and that is husband material. You got to be a little broken so I can pick you up and fix you.
And he's rich, right?
I mean, back when I fell in love with Jimmy Fallon, I
He
was
was poor.
like, yeah, no, he was on SNL, but I didn't have a
He was
concept
medium
of
rich.
money or anyone that could take care of me. So it was more so I was 8 and I was like, I love
were
this
drawn
man.
to him?
What?
I
What
love
about
this.
him?
He's just funny. He's funny and like he's like
That's not enough to be husband material.
He's funny. He's a 7.
I was like that about Adam Sandler. Very similar.
See,
Yeah.
exactly.
I was like,
because
I'll
you guys
marry
are still in hot guy mode. We're back at
We're
husband.
back
mode.
in marriage mode.
Hold on. Here's something that I'm
Wash my
noticing
brain.
for me. I cannot marry you if you're above an 8. Like an 8 is like the top, like the limit. Like I can't marry a 9 or a 10. Are you guys kidding me? You guys could.
I don't know if they're funny. Usually 9s and
Stop
10s
leaning
aren't
away from
funny.
me.
I've told that Jimmy Fallon mix.
Rejected still. I'm like, I, will
No, I
not
don't
be
rate guys in my
rejected.
head. I never really like look at a guy and be like, you're this. I don't know.
9s and 10s usually didn't have to develop a really deep sense of humor to get by, so they're typically not funny. But if they were like an ugly duckling, such as Chris Pratt, they did develop that, and then
Yeah.
they became a 9. And then I'm like,
Yeah, it's
Put a ring on it.
It's a sense of survival. Well, wait, weren't all
Someone's
of us
gonna
except for
marry
Tiff
them.
kind of ugly? You
What?
said
What
that
do you mean
were.
except for me? I was
well,
ugly.
Jess was hot. Jess said but Jess felt like she wasn't hot.
I
So
don't
like
think
she
I
was hot, but she felt like she wasn't. Same for you. You were hot, except that one picture. That one picture was bad, but the rest of them.
I'll
like,
show you the rest of the
pretty
pictures.
good. the rest of them are pretty good.
I think
Tiff
we all have
always
ugly,
been hot.
Ugly
What?
ducklings.
Thank you, but no, very false.
Even when you were pregnant, you were like normal weight.
Oh, it just looked like I had a basketball.
Yeah, it looked like me after a burrito.
I don't think weight makes you ugly or not.
No,
No,
I
it
mean
does-
like
it's true.
You know, even when she like got plumped out, which
I thought you were gonna say plummeted or something like that.
no, like if
Jess, you need to get laid, girl.
Pummeled. Pummeled. That's the word I was thinking of.
pummeled. Yeah. Well, she did get pummeled to get pregnant.
Yeah.
I did. Yes. Anyway,
Well, she always had that glowing smile.
thanks. Actually, I
always
needed to
has.
get my teeth fixed, so I never had this beautiful smile.
So I always wanted a nice smile in high school, but instead I had a mouth full of braces because I didn't have a nice smile yet. They had to whiten my mouth. They had to put metal in my mouth. They had to put rubber bands in there. All kinds of
Oh, man.
crazy stuff.
Painful.
I wish it was as easy as it is now to get a nice
Yep.
smile.
How do we get it?
Now you could put on Candid clear aligners. They're comfortable, removable, and totally invisible. So you could transform your smile without anyone noticing a thing. Unlike my dumbass put like clear rubber bands on.
Oh my god, I did that too. I actually tried clear braces with clear rubber bands, and the rubber bands
It just turns
turned
yellow, and then
It was
everyone's
bad.
like, "You're nasty."
Yeah, it was bad.
Plus, with Candid, you never have to set foot in a doctor's office or waiting room. Your treatment is prescribed and monitored remotely by a licensed orthodontist. And unlike other companies, Candid only works with orthodontists, never general dentists. With other remote clear aligner options, you may never hear from a doctor at all as you go through the treatment. That means your treatment will be designed by an expert in tooth movement with Candid,
And they do it in just 6 months.
which
Oh
is
my
dope
God.
if
That's
you're going
amazing.
to get married,
The
if you're going to an
average
event.
treatment length.
And the worst
Yeah.
part about going to a doctor for clear aligners is they scan you and then it takes 6 weeks to get your trays. Candid
Yeah.
does everything faster. You're in control of it. You're in and out, done in 6 months.
Simplest, freest way to get started.
And it works.
So, are you ready to take the first step towards straighter teeth?
I am.
For a limited time, you could get started with $75 off by using code MOOD at candidcode.com/mood. That's candidcode.com/mood. Use code MOOD for $75 off. candidcode.com/mood, code MOOD.
Nice.
That's amazing. You
75
know what
bucks.
else you should fix after you fix your teeth?
What?
You should fix your closet.
True.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Wardrobe.
Stitch Fix.
Okay.
You can
What is that?
fix your closet. It's a subscription service, but you don't have to get it every single week. You can actually do on-demand orders as well, which I did that.
I like that for seasonal.
Yes. So you go online, you describe your style through a series of little quizzes, and you can select, yes, I like these clothes. No, I don't like these clothes. Please help me shop because I don't have time to shop.
Exactly.
And then they'll just deliver you some clothes right to your front door.
Oh, and then you could just try them
Based on your
at
style.
home.
Yes,
Yeah.
based on your style. Stitch Fix is an online personal styling service that delivers your favorite clothing, shoes, and accessories directly to you. Have the brands you know and love, plus exclusive styles you won't find elsewhere. Everyone can look their best. They have solutions for women, men, and kids all over the U.S. and now even in the U.K.
Cool.
So get started today at stitchfix.com/mood and get an extra 25% off when you keep everything in your box. That's stitchfix.com/mood. Again, that's stitchfix.com/mood. Mood.
So, what are we talking about now? Hot guys or marriage?
I want to
guys,
know
marriage.
what
All blended.
who's husband material. Or wait, actually, while we're having this conversation, I'm wondering is there really that much of a line between what we would date and what we wouldn't?
Looks wise is
Yeah.
totally like irrelevant. I think when you're gonna decide who you want to marry. I mean, not totally irrelevant, but mostly irrelevant.
I'm a sapiosexual.
What is that?
What's that?
That's what I
Intelligent?
learned is that, like, yeah, I have to be stimulated either by intelligent conversation or by humor in order to see that person as attractive, as physically attractive.
That's cool.
So I think
for
that's
me,
why.
what is it called when I need to feel protected and that makes me really hot?
I don't know.
You're a woman? I don't know.
Primitive?
Primitive, the basics,
cave woman.
ABC.
That's true because I was trying to like on my way over here because I knew we were gonna talk about this for this episode. I started thinking about like my track record with guys and starting from like my very first crush when I was a little girl and moving all the way up and also like the father figures in my life because you know that influences what you're attracted to. So I started thinking about all that and I'm like, man, I'm all over the place because there are certain guys that I'm really attracted to that are like really like rugged and manly and like adventurous and very like dangerous, but like will be very protective. And then there's like the other side of the spectrum where it's like a guy that's like really like boyish and like romantic and
Nerdy,
very
intellectual.
loving and very like sophisticated. And so I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
I think I'm like that too.
I'm all over the place physically, but personality-wise, very similar in each guy. Like, I've dated super short, super tall, colors of the rainbow. Well, not that many colors of the rainbow, but as many as I could in Santa Barbara.
Oh my gosh. Which is like
It's a monotone.
Yeah, it's 2 colors.
2 colors in Santa Barbara. I think I've noticed because I was talking to my other friends, and yes, I'm sorry, you guys. I have some other friends now.
We're jealous.
Whatever.
They're
Pissing
single
me off.
single friends. Every time I tell Bose I'm with my other friend.
How cute.
She got a text the other day, and I saw her phone call off. I said, "Who is Kelsey?"
Her name's not Kelsey, by the way. She just pulled that out of the air. But so they noticed because I was showing them like going through this dating app, and I was showing them like, oh, this guy's cute, this guy's cute, this guy's cute, and then they were like, dude, you like the same guy. Like they all even
I was actually gonna say that
You
too
do.
because the guys that you have sent in the chat,
Yeah.
I'm like, these are all like the same look.
like maybe they'll be a little different shade.
What does your
They
dad
all look like Joe Jatsukawa.
No, they
No,
oh,
not even close.
Wait,
I
sorry.
didn't get the joke at first,
Jess,
but now I get it.
what does your dad look like?
I guess
Yeah, I've never seen your dad.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how do I describe what my dad looks like? He's tall and thin.
I feel like most of the guys you
That's
pick are tall and
true.
thin.
They are.
Yeah, well, I never dated tall and thin guys really before, because
Okay.
so like previously I was dating like a lot of guys
Two
that
cops.
were a little bit shorter. Yeah. Okay, maybe they were taller but more built, more muscular. But now
Girthy.
I've been more girthy. Now I've been more attracted to like tall and maybe a little bit more lanky. Like I don't necessarily go for that athletic body type that I liked in my 20s. So I'm going a little bit more kind of like Tiff was saying, maybe a little more intellectual, a little bit more booky.
Yeah.
A bit more book-like library.
I got
Bookie?
tricked
Okay.
when Steve, when I first started dating, he was tall and lanky with glasses. He was like super nerd looking. And then now he's all bulky.
Oh.
Yeah, he like gained weight, and then
bulked
now
up.
he's been working out, and so
Yeah,
now
he
it's like
has.
muscles,
Oh my
and I'm
gosh.
like, damn.
Last week during JK News, I forgot what he was doing. I think it was Tim that was like, "Oh, let me see that bicep or something," and then he ends up doing this, and you could see like
Yeah.
a crazy ass bicep. I was like,
Oh wow!
Steven.
Was it like
what? Yeah, you can see his
Steven.
pecs. I'm like,
He's actually been working out.
the dad bod is getting removed.
And you're like, no.
Do you like
And I'm
it?
like, ooh.
But do you like
I
it?
do
'Cause it's
actually.
still
I'm
Steve.
surprisingly. I think that's why I like it
It's
because
Steve's.
it's still Steve, and he's like very attractive with the humor, and then the muscles are like an added bonus now. And I picture him painting
So
me
he's
down.
Chris
in
Pradding.
the yeah, he's Chris Pradding me.
Oh,
Amazing.
dude, I'm such a sucker for when a guy takes his arm and puts it behind the head.
Me too.
Oh, it's such a sucker. Okay,
You like the armpit?
huh? Oh, I do like the armpit.
The way the sleeve hits
You
the
know what
bicep.
I like about this is the lats. I like to see a nice full set of lats. But actually, I'm straying away from that athletic body type now. Do you guys know who Tom Ellis is?
No, is he a singer? He
He's
sounds
an
like
actor.
a singer.
Have you seen the show Lucifer?
No.
No.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're
He's
talking about.
Lucifer in the
Oh,
show on FX.
Hey, he's. I keep wanting him to be attractive, and then he just doesn't do it. For me.
Oh, he's doing it for me. The only reason I sat through that whole damn series was because of Tom Ellis. And then I followed him on Instagram, and I was like, he has a wife and this cute little family.
Disgusting.
And I'm like, I love him.
You know, well, you know what? I think my underlying, like when I think about every guy I've dated, all very, very different, all colors of the rainbow, all different like personalities, you know. And I think every single one of them really liked me, so I always felt very valued.
Oh.
Like like I felt like they needed me, like to an extent. Like, you know, some of them were a little more independent, but I never felt like, oh, you know, he could walk away from this relationship and be totally okay. Like I always felt very loved and very valued. And then I think sometimes when we have these incredibly successful or incredibly hot guys, sometimes they may treat us, or we might by default start to feel like we're not very valued, whereas maybe with like certain guys we do.
Well, is that within yourself though? Like
It's
like
definitely
you're
part of it.
deciding how valued you are, or is it like literally their actions are kind of they're just
Dude, I mean,
It's just not a good
actions play a
match.
part too, because
that's
then
just not a
like
good match though.
because then like how someone can make you feel important. I think it all boils down to feeling important in that person's life, right? Like that's
But
what
a
you mean by
very
being
charming
valued.
man can make you feel important when you're not at
well,
all.
yeah. What? Just make
You're not important.
I
Yeah,
mean, to him. You know what I mean? Like to him, like there's players that are so charming that make you feel
Oh,
important.
right.
That's not necessarily.
Well, those people, because I've dated one of those that made me feel important when he was speaking, but then the actions didn't back it up. And
Oh, that was yeah.
yeah, I'm the opposite of you, where like almost every guy that I dated before made me work for it, where like I felt less than all the time.
Yeah.
And I think I had to fix my own daddy issues before I actually attracted a healthy relationship. Because that's when it started for me, when I was like,
Dude.
I'm going to go to a therapist.
You know what I do miss though? I do love and I do miss a little fuck boy sometimes.
A little fuck boy now and then.
Make me work for it. Make me feel like I'm less than. Make me feel like a piece of shit.
Keep your ego in check.
Make me have to
Stop
beg to
turning me
suck that
on.
dick. I don't.
It's
dude.
healthy every now and then to get wrapped
Yeah.
up in a fuck boy, but not all the time.
But now I would play the fuckboy game differently than I would now, because I would play their game back to them. I would play the game like how you play the game, Jess.
how do I play the
How do you
game?
play? How does Jess,
Jess
play the
doesn't
game?
play the game. Jess shows up. and
Jess
she-
is the game.
Yeah, she is.
Jess shows
She
up
is.
and says, "I'll take that, and I don't want to play anymore."
I'll have some of this, and that's it.
And I never got to experience, you know, hanging out with fuckboys or like, you know, dating fuckboys and like not caring.
Yeah.
I never got to not care. I always
Me
cared.
too. I
always
always
had to
cared.
like win.
Even
at
from the
end.
very beginning, because I think
Yes.
sometimes like I'll not care for a series of weeks, and then eventually I'm like, oh, but I do care now because I had to win and I didn't win, so now I care.
No, I literally really almost like wish I could go, ladies, if you are in your early 20s right now, find a fuckboy and just don't care. Just have fun with it. Let it be fun. I feel
Easier
like-
said than done for a 20-year-old intellect.
Oh, that's
they're
true.
They're so emotional.
but nobody ever told us to just go have fun. Like,
Yeah.
did anyone
especially
ever
in
tell
like
you guys
our
that?
generation, like seeing like what fuck, brain just farted. But you know, like
Excuse you,
the
brain.
hose and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's always. Oh, okay.
The hose?
This is what's happening in my brain. Okay, last night I had a conversation with Isaac, and he
You
accidentally.
told him not to fuck hoes.
No, listen. He accidentally he created, remember the shots that I sent you the
Oh, I
video?
saw, yeah, that's-
So it's like lime juice with tahine, and he was trying to think of a name for this shot, and then he came up with thought because it's like tahine shot. But then he was like, oh wait, no, that means something else. He knows what it is. So then I was like, do you know what it stands for? It means like that hoe over there. And he was like, but he's like gardening tool. So then he was like, what does hoe mean though? I'm like, well, I mean, you dig a hole like for the gardening tool. He's like, no, the other one. And then I'm like, well, usually it's referred to a girl that sleeps around with a lot of guys. But you know, that's kind of sexist because guys sleep with a lot of girls, but they don't really get called hoes.
Called a player.
I mean, they kind of do.
Yeah, that's
but
exactly what he said. He's like, they get called a playa.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, but see,
It's
it
like
has
positive.
it has a positive
Yeah.
connotation to it rather than for the girls, like a hoe is a negative thing.
It's just a nail in the coffin, yeah.
Yeah. So then,
I was like, where are you going with this? And then I was like, you know what? Yeah, teach him that.
I think my hoe phase was exactly the right amount of satisfying. Where I was
But-
like, I ate a good meal, and then I'm like ready to settle down.
I feel like you had like the dream home phase
I
because you
did.
said horny Nikki. Like, I feel like I understand horny Nikki. Like, I never got to be horny Bose.
Oh, true.
I want to be horny Bose.
If
Yeah,
anything
same.
goes south with your current relationship, which I hope it doesn't because I love your current relationship, but if it ever does, you could have a horny
I'm
Bose
just-
phase.
I'm currently in a hoe
well,
phase.
you're like,
You got your second wind.
This is my
meter was so funny.
this is my like third wind, I think.
damn girl.
Because I was in a series of a lot of relationships, so I had like the young girl hoe phase, the mid to late 20s hoe phase, and now is my
Jesus.
early to mid 30s hoe phase.
Well, are they all different?
Yes.
This hoe phase was when I...
This is the one episode that I feel like Bryce is actually on edge the whole time, and I'm like, I'm all about it. Are we killing it today? Great.
I really got my
amazing.
dick sucking technique down on this hoe phase.
Oh, I mean,
this hoe phase was
oh
all
my
about
God,
me
what-
climbing.
A 30s hoe phase, honestly, you know how to fuck.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's so much better than just getting pummeled by guys in college. Like, it's way different.
Getting pummeled.
Yeah.
Wow.
She likes that word today.
I do. I'm just thinking about Tom Hardy or Tom Ellis
Well-
pummeling me, and I'm into it.
I'm thinking about like 19-year-old college phase where you're just fucking in a dorm room and everyone knows about it. But then like your 30s hoe phase is like fun, flirty, and
You like-
sexy.
yeah.
You get to swipe on Tinder. You're like, yeah, I'd fuck him. Then you guys go meet up for a drink. You talk a little bit, and then in 45 minutes you decide, do we keep talking or do we go home
Oh my God.
with each other?
45
That's like,
minutes.
that's fun. Nobody ever told us this
Yeah.
is coming.
Yeah.
Don't settle down.
When I had
Listen, kids.
when I had my hoe phase, I had my own studio in Hollywood. It was this cute ass little studio with a brick wall, like exposed brick, and it was all mine, no roommates. And I was like 26, so it was like old enough that like you could go out for a drink and then like have a little fun first, and then decide if you want to go back home. But like young enough that you're like, hey, I could flirt. You know?
So it's like the TV
Like now I'm
shows
too
and the
lazy to
movies.
flirt. I feel like.
That's the phase that you had, like the TV show and the movies, like the young,
Yeah.
mid 20s, like entrepreneur. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
but I think the best part about it was that I didn't plan it. I really wanted to stay in my serious relationship, and he fucked it up. And then I was like, well, I don't care about anybody else, so I guess I'll just go have fun.
yeah.
Dude, I feel like, God, I get so tired of like realizing that people should have told me certain things, but no one ever told you how fun it would be to be single in your 30s.
Yeah.
Like, Jess, you're living the dream, bitch. You're in Los Angeles, single, hot, famous. Like, you doing
Living
this.
the
Well,
dream.
you're doing pretty well. You got to acknowledge it. Maybe not necessarily famous,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean. You know what
Yeah,
I mean. You got a little something.
It's good and bad. Like some days it's good because I'm like, okay, picture this. For some reason, we were both butt naked. Just came into my head, but that's not where I was going.
You and Rose?
No, we were both butt naked, hanging on the bathroom floor.
I meant to say, picture this.
I thought that too, but then I love Shaggy.
That's so funny.
You got me, girl. So it's like 9 p.m. It's dark outside. There's city lights. It just rained. The streets are a little bit wet. There's like a little bit of
romantic.
There's a little bit of a saxophone music playing in the background.
Are we in New
Am I
York?
30?
I
Am I
picture
30?
San Francisco for some reason.
You're at a restaurant, right? There's candles all around. There's beautiful little lighting. Maybe even there's mason jars with lights inside of them and some flowers
We're
on
in a
the wall.
hipster town,
There's-
gentrified neighborhood. Got
Yes,
it.
exactly. There's some library books lined up along this bar. You're like, oh, this is cute and a little swanky, and everyone thinks that they're sophisticated, and we're just at this bar. We're
A prohibition
drinking.
era
Yeah.
mixology bar.
There's a guy in front of you, and he's just looking at your lips and then at your eyes.
Ooh.
Did this happen to you?
Maybe.
You bitch.
Is that guy hot? Is he hot? In your
Yeah, and then
What's he
picture
smell like?
this.
What's he smell like?
Picture this. He's an engineer.
oh,
So he's smart. And you guys start talking about books you've read, and like, you know, there's actual
reads?
there's actual conversation
Do I fuck
happening
him? Turn the page.
and
your
then you-
nipples become erect.
Oh my god. 50 Shades of Grey all of a sudden.
yeah, so that can go. So now you, as a 32-year-old woman, can decide, where does this go?
Oh my
Choose your
God,
own
I choose my
adventure,
own
bitch.
adventure.
Choose your own adventure.
God.
Do you A, fuck this man really hard in the back of an Uber, which is really not appropriate.
So is the Uber driver there?
He is there.
Why
They're
doesn't he
used
have
to
a
it.
car? What happened to this man?
Oh
Y'all are
he's not
drinking. You're not
that anymore.
driving.
Oh, okay, okay.
Where
We
is
don't
the
drink
Uber
and
going?
drive.
Can we wait?
No,
You
we
make the
can't
Uber
wait.
driver exit his vehicle?
He's taking you to your Uber to drop you off, but before you get home, you got to hurry up and bang it out, because maybe I don't want to see this engineer. Maybe he is an amazing guy, but maybe, you know what, I just want to bang him. But then choose your own adventure
Is this
part
all
2.
option A?
This is all option A.
Option B is
Option B is you don't
Don't-
have sex with him.
Hey. Hey. Turn the
A.
page. Go to page 53.
What's his house look like? I gotta know.
Option C is you go to his place.
Yes, C.
He has
C.
a sprawling apartment with floor-to-ceiling windows. He's got all kinds of real plants
saying yes in
everywhere.
Where's the
Spanish.
location? Is it Koreatown or no?
No, not in Koreatown.
C.
Oh, D-A-N-C.
It's in West Hollywood somewhere in a cute little swanky, neighborhood. And then, or, whatever. It's choose your own adventure in your 30s.
Which one's the
When
one
you're-
that you get to marry the guy?
Well, you gotta make.
We're not really there. That's a different book. That's an
That made
entirely
Bryce
different
laugh.
book.
Well, I'll buy the series.
Yeah. Well, but
But when you're in your 20s, right? Like you're at a college party, you're drinking out of a red Solo cup.
Yeah.
And then a dumbass comes up to you and you wind up sucking him off in a Toyota.
Wow.
That's it's a little different.
I
when you're
want
in your-
Jess to always tell stories. Story time with
I
Jess.
love Jess's history.
Suddenly you're in a
Love life
bathroom
history.
stall with a little bit of cum on your face and he's washing his hands.
smells like piss all around you because the frat house is dirty.
You may have a missed call from your mom.
Or 7.
yeah,
You know?
dude. You know what? And I feel like, too, like, I can't believe that there's a stigma we're supposed to settle down in our 20s or so, because your 20s are just like panic. It's just sheer
Yeah, you
panic.
don't have your life together yet.
Yeah, it's like at 20, you think, all right, I got this, cool, great. And you think it's going to be so much fun. I'm almost 21. Then when you hit 21 and you have like your first drink, you're like, well, this is it.
Yeah.
and then
You're like, damn, how am I gonna be able to afford these drinks? These drinks
Yeah.
are expensive.
like 21 to 29 is just different levels of panic. And I
Yeah.
would group them in threes, like 21 through like 24.
Four, maybe.
Yeah. Then 24 to 26 is a whole other type of panic. And then, actually to 27. And then
27 to
28
30.
to 30. Dude, they're all different types of panic. Nikki, you look like you're having flashbacks.
Oh yeah, I think about all those eras. I actually, as much as you say that Jess is living the dream, 30s single, I feel like emotionally, yes, like being in a toxic relationship versus being single and happy and like free, absolutely. But I feel like I'm very happy with being married in my 30s.
Oh, yeah.
I got married at 30, like was single all through, was single and dating throughout my 20s. But I feel like he's the perfect combination of what I'm attracted to physically and marriage material, which I think is that is what I would want to settle down with.
I mean, obviously, I think like having a partner that is actually valuable, that adds to your life, that doesn't take away from your, like, all of those things are preferable to just being single and bouncing around the town.
That's the thing. I think the bottom line is people need to learn how to develop being happy alone without somebody, without being dependent on someone else giving them value or showing them their love. Once you are able to make your own self happy, anyone that you settle with should be enhancing that. They should not take away from that. They should not be the one that gives you that. They should just be enhancing what you already have, and then vice versa.
And like, if you don't understand that, such as myself, you will like continue this pattern of getting into relationships that don't they don't fulfill you because you need to fulfill yourself
and
first.
If you know the baseline of what you feel like when you're fully fulfilled, then you'll start to notice people that actually elevate you. But if you don't have that skill set, if you don't have that feeling in yourself, then you're just going to go for anything that will give you attention.
Right.
Like, and that's what I did for like the majority of
and you learn how to set boundaries when you know what makes you happy. You know what you won't put up with. You know what is taking away from you. You have a better gauge on like what is taken away from that happiness. And so you're a lot more just matter of fact, like, nope, that's not okay with me. This is not okay with me. And I feel like communication gets enhanced that way, and that's when you get into a healthy relationship where you're like, I could do this forever.
It's kind of like husband material will draw itself to you when you're ready for it, because you don't need one of these hot boys.
That's the perfect formula, because then if not, it ends up happening where you get into a serious relationship where now you're trying to figure all this out while being committed to someone else, and it's just a lot harder. Guys, don't do that. It's really hard.
You know, while you're working on yourself, I think the best thing to do is get into fitness.
Yes, that is
your body worked on.
Get into fitness. And in 2020, the best way to do fitness is out of your own home with a subscription service like OpenFit. OpenFit takes all of the complexity out of losing weight and getting fit. It's a brand new, super simple streaming service that allows you to work out from the comfort of your living room. That's what I'm talking about. 2020 fitness, y'all.
I
saw people at my apartment gym using OpenFit on their tablets, on their phones.
Yes, sis. Barre, Pilates, cardio, strength, yoga, even guided running and walking sessions. Absolutely. Walk slower, walk faster, run. They got you. This is the future is now. Why are you leaving your house? Just work out from home.
Don't pay for a trainer in real life.
Beyond don't pay for a trainer in real life. You can sculpt your body out of the convenience in your own home. Look hot and get yourself ready for your new husband. It's affordable and accessible, and you get exactly what you put in. Just commit and you'll see results in just 30 days. So we tried OpenFit, and actually I like the ease of use with it. Just being able to turn it on. They're 15-minute sessions, or they have longer sessions as well. And you can actually get a personalized journey. For me, I'm a little bit lazy. I don't want to do cardio. Look, I don't want to do cardio. I want to do what feels good, yoga, but also kind of leaves an impression on my body. And you can do that too with a personalized workout session.
How do I get it?
That's right. OpenFit has changed the way that we work out. And by texting our code MOOD to 505050, you can join me on a fitness journey personalized for you. So right now, during the OpenFit 14-day challenge, our listeners can get a special extended 14-day, that's 2 weeks, membership of OpenFit when you text MOOD to 505050. You will get full access to OpenFit, all the workouts, even the nutrition information, totally free. So you can just text MOOD to 505050.
505050.
That's right. But by the way, standard data and messaging rates may apply.
Oh, you know what else you could do at home?
What?
You can talk to someone and get some actual
personalized therapy.
You ain't even gotta leave. Watch Big Mood and you don't have to leave your house.
Ever. Yeah. So with Talkspace, it's an online therapy, and it is the most convenient and affordable way to make lasting change in your life with the support of a licensed therapist. So you can send your licensed therapist a text, audio, picture, or video message from your phone or your computer whenever you want, and there you will be scheduling appointments with them, so you can actually talk on the phone if that's what you prefer.
You know what I liked about it is that, like, even if you have something that comes up without an appointment, like you can talk to someone right away. Because sometimes with anxiety issues or depression issues, I'll have an episode or something happen where it's happening right now, but my appointment's not till Friday,
Oh, yeah.
but I need help right now.
Right.
And you can actually message them right away, and you
That's
get
true.
people responding to you right away. Your
Yeah.
counselor responds to you within 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah, like super quick responses. And they are trained in over 40 specialties. So if you have something very specific you want to work on, they will find someone for you because Talkspace matches you with a licensed therapist. So many people think that therapy is just about having your dreams analyzed or digging into painful memories. Which can be powerful, but it's also a great tool for developing coping skills, dealing with stress, and getting the accountability you need to achieve your goals. The bottom line is life can be hard, and Talkspace wants to give more of us the support we need at a price we can afford. As a listener of this podcast, you can get $100 off your first month on Talkspace. To match with your perfect therapist, go to Talkspace.com or download the app. Make sure to use the code MOOD to get $100 off your first month and show your support for the show. That's MOOD and Talkspace.com.
I'm kind of like trying to think now. Like, I'm wondering if the type of person that I would want to be with is going to change at 40 now.
Oh, I think that if you're
People are
growing
gonna change
with,
all constantly.
yeah,
Yeah.
Even your taste buds
Do you
change.
ever did any of you guys have this experience where, like, when I was like 22 or 22, 3, I looked at men, like 30-year-old men, and they looked like a different species. Where I was
Yes.
like, ew, like
Gross.
I'm gonna end up marrying a man, like someone that
Yeah.
looks like that, like with
You
a
said a
beard.
man.
A man. I was still attracted to like the
Boys.
boys. Yeah, like those like
Yeah.
boyish features.
Yeah.
It's true because now I look at the new boy like teen celebrities.
Yeah, and I'm like,
they
those are
look so
children.
gross. Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
those are little boys.
Those,
Yuck.
yeah, literally.
And I don't know when the flip switched. I guess when people my
The flip
age,
switched.
yeah, switch flipped.
Yeah.
But I think it's when like people my age started looking more like men or something. But now I definitely think older men are attractive.
I feel that. I
Oh.
think the two guys that I listed, Tom Hardy and Tom Ellis, are in their 40s, and I never would have.
Yeah.
Like, I never thought. Oh yeah,
Never thought that would happen.
40-year-old guys. Yeah, fuck
Dude.
me, 40.
I can't. I
little
think-
salt and pepper in their hair. I'm like, ooh.
Ooh, I love a little salt and pepper now, but
I'm not there
also
yet.
I definitely I'm starting to become more attracted to older men, like men.
Yes.
I need a man.
Man.
I need a man.
Like their
What's a
chest hair's
man?
curled a little bit. Yeah.
Oh shit! No
Gray
more
hair-
straight
gray
chest
chest
hair.
hair.
No more straight chest hair allowed.
Yeah, we need a little curl with it. Look, get a little coarse. Need to
Talking about
pop-
some curly chest hair.
That's right. Talking about some Papa Gray on that chest. that's what I need.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Really?
No.
Oh,
Not quite to
not
the
like-
hamburger chest hair.
I'm just going off of Nikki. Like,
No,
on,
like with the salt and pepper, I'm not there.
Really?
a little salt and pepper in
Ooh,
the
I like
hair.
a little salt and pepper.
No, like so for me, I found a gray hair for the first time a few months ago, and I was like, what?
Same.
And then
You're in denial.
I have found some in Casey's, and I'm like, no, I'm not ready for this yet.
Oh, dude, it's happening. It's happening. You know what I like? As I get older. Okay, so there was a guy that I was dating at one time. It was the Mormon guy that when I came to his house, another girl showed up. I told
Oh, he
you
was
guys about
Mormon?
that.
I didn't know he was Mormon.
Yeah, he was an ex-Mormon, and he
Oh.
like left the church at like 18 or so. But when we went out on our first date, okay, oh my god, hold on, I have to describe this guy to you
Okay.
because like other than like the ED and everything, like super hot.
Wait, what? ED?
He had an eating disorder?
Huh?
He had an eating disorder?
Erectile dysfunction.
Oh.
yeah. We never hooked up. So I go on this date. With John. When we matched, he's 34. His photo was
Wait,
like
how old were you?
This was 2 years ago. So I was 26.
Okay, and he was 34. That's a good little difference
That's
there.
a good little difference, but I
Yeah.
feel like that's as far as you can stretch it. Like 24 then 35 just wouldn't. Like no, he shouldn't have done this. Anyways, so we go. So his profile picture was kind of like I met him on Tinder, and it was this like kind of businessy suit thing, whatever. So we go out. He takes me to this restaurant, and the bartender was Spanish, and he just a white dude just started speaking fluent Spanish.
Ooh.
And I was just first of all like, this is fucking hot.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. What you're doing right here, it's doing something for me.
Yes. Dude, that's how it was like when I found out Casey knew Cantonese, and I'm like, oh my god, that's like a different language.
Another
It's really
language
hot.
or an accent
Or-
will open my legs every time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like honestly, truly. So he does that, and then he tells me like he was the executive of this very well known company. He was like a high executive. He was a team manager of like over 140 people that worked in like one office. Yeah, and I said, well, I was like, what's the hardest part of your job? And he was like, well, I mean, you know, hiring people is always a good time, but firing people is probably the hardest thing. And he was telling me about how he has to fire people every day. And
What?
then he took off like his business jacket, and I was like, where are my clothes?
You were like, I want to get fired.
where-
Immediately,
I wanna get-
clothes melted.
I want to get fired. And then like something about like the fluent Spanish really got me, but since it like wasn't his native language,
Yeah.
just that he was so like cultured and like had some more like age,
Yeah.
he was more seasoned. Like that was so sexy to me. Like, yo, guys,
That's hubby material for sure.
almost too much of it. If you are in your 20s right now as a guy, pick up a talent, a skill, something you're passionate about. Like that's fucking hot. Like to me, it really, really is.
for
Same.
sure.
for sure.
Pick
I
up
know,
a
dude.
pick up a fake accent because that'll work on me.
Wait, every accent though, Jess?
We can fire some off right now.
Wait, okay, yeah. All right.
No, hold on.
Put it in me pussy right now.
Wait, how about this
Give me
one?
that big cock right now.
What was that?
Jessica,
accent.
I was picking
Oh,
up
not
my
a country one. Ew.
What about a Vietnamese one? Not
You know
every
what?
accent, right?
I'm into it. I'll do the Vietnamese. I'll take the Vietnamese. What's that?
I don't know. I was trying to do a Japanese one.
Oh my god! Joe,
No,
That's
I can't
not
do it.
Japanese.
Nikki just like stopped. Her brain was like, "Don't get canceled! Don't get canceled! Don't get canceled!"
I was gonna do a Filipino one too. and then-
desu ka? That's a Japanese accent.
Oh wow! Just
kidding.
She knows Japanese.
Oh, dude, yeah. One time when we were at some, we were at a
Oh my
Japanese
God.
restaurant.
No, you
and-
tell this story all crazy.
No, I don't. This is exactly what happened. It's this restaurant that I always go to. I take Jess there, and like the whole staff, everyone's Japanese, and Jess orders some food, and then she was like, "Also, can I have the croque?" And he's like, "The croque?" And she's like, "He's the croque." and he's like, "Yes." He's and like they just start going off in full on Japanese. This man, and then he walks away. He's rock fucking hard.
No, he was.
He's rock hard. And I was like,
Cool
Jess,
reaction.
how did you just like that's the only word that I can say. That's the only thing I can say. But he was all about it, Jess.
Whatever.
I feel like that's attractive for women too. Like for a guy, if they're dating a woman and she's like cultured and like,
Oh, yeah.
that's gotta be hot for anyone.
Yeah, anyone. Pick up a passion, people.
I need to leave the country.
yeah.
You should explore
Or
the
like-
world.
You should explore the
pretty
world.
big.
Or
Buzz.
maybe just learning how to cook like things from different countries. I make some pretty good shakshuka.
What is that?
shakshuka.
North African egg dish.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very good.
Is it like quail eggs or something?
No,
Sounds fancy.
Just eggs and tomatoes.
Oh, dang.
Just a little egg and tomato.
Next time I make eggs and tomatoes, it's gonna be like shakshuka.
I mean, it really
Would you
is.
like some shakshuka?
It really is. But when, Nikki, when the fuck are you ever making eggs and tomatoes?
Never.
And my boyfriend, he won't eat it, but he'll eat eggs and ketchup. And I'm like, dude, this is just
He
like,
won't eat it, but he'll eat eggs and ketchup?
yes.
I'm gonna come over and kick him in the face.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna kick his ass.
well, that's like I don't like when breakfast meals have pico de gallo in it, but I like
Pico de gallo?
pico de gallo. But I like ketchup. I like me some ketchup.
Ew.
Give me a little ketchup.
That honestly, you have the taste buds of an 8-year-old. It's like, did you ever put ketchup on green beans?
Ew, no.
That's something I did when I was 8. And
Do you
every
ever put
time I
ketchup
think,
on white rice?
ew.
Oh, God. All right, calm
Yuck.
down, green bean. Can't say
Not
shit.
judging.
You better drop the ketchup, Jess.
I barely use ketchup now. My
Yeah, it has a lot
taste
of
buds
sugar
have
in it.
evolved.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like if a guy cooked for me, like that would just cooking for me is a double-edged sword because I need you to be helpless. I don't want like I cook. Let me cook. Yeah, I don't want the guy to be
Hell no. That's
flirting.
that's all the wrong. That's all the wrong choice
Let
right
me
there.
cook.
let me cook.
If a man can cook, that's great.
Dude,
Yeah.
I relate to that because when Casey and I first started dating and he slept over for the first time, I'm like, I'm gonna make him breakfast. And I hate the fucking kitchen. I hate it so much, but I just wanted to feel like I was taking care of him.
Domestic.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
domesticated and stuff.
You ladies, y'all do not have to do that shit.
I know I don't. Well, now I don't. But yeah, and then okay, so you were talking about things that really turn you on, and you brought up like doing a hobby and stuff.
Yeah.
Casey, on our first date, we ended up going back to his apartment because I'm easy, and so
Bitch.
and so
Oh, we've all been there.
yeah, and then. So he started playing the guitar for me, and he was singing
You
too.
fell for the guitar.
Dude,
guitar guy.
I was hold
very
on.
upset.
Before I said this,
He busted
in
the
my
guitar
head,
out.
I was gonna be like,
Basic bitch.
you basic.
damn it, you guys beat me. Because as I was saying this in my head, I was like, I'm gonna start off by saying, I know I'm basic.
Yes.
But this and this and this, but I forgot that part. Yes, I realized I'm a basic ass bitch, but that shit worked on me. I was like,
But you
oh,
were a lot
cute.
younger at the time. I feel
Yeah, I
like
was
now,
22.
if you were, say, if something happened in
Oh,
an
yeah.
alternate life and you got divorced and a guy
That would not
whipped
work.
out a guitar, you would be like, oh, this
Bye.
is lame.
No, but you know what? I mean, yes, it's lame, but I guess I was able. I think I would be able to see past how lame it is and just see the intention.
It
and
depends
how
on the
sweet it
presentation,
is.
maybe.
Yeah, because the way he did it too was like, we were just looking at stuff in his room. He had a whole bunch of movies. We were trying to pick out a movie to watch.
Yeah.
And then that's when he busts out the guitar. I'm like, oh, you can play the guitar? Because I took lessons.
It
I
was
never
like
learned.
A, B, and C of getting into a girl's pants.
Yeah.
It really was.
Google this.
Dude, my
He
ex-boyfriend
uses
picked up
that
an
on him.
electric guitar with no amp and played a No Effects song, and I was like, damn, I'm wet.
Yeah, I think it like really it channeled something
that.
with like teenager Tiff.
Yeah.
Where
for
I was
sure.
I signed up to guitar lessons, but then as a punishment I got them taken away, so I never got to learn. I think it was part
Yeah.
of that where I'm like, oh, but you do know how to play, and
Yeah.
he knows how to play the piano too. And
I
I'm
feel
like,
that way
"That's
with
so hot."
piano. If I see a guy playing
Yeah.
a piano, I'm like, get inside right now.
Jesus.
You are
Put it
intelligent. You could read music.
I feel like talents are attractive because even when a guy makes you laugh, like he's funny. Like
Yeah.
that is kind of like
The
a
skill.
talent, you
The
know, it's a
timing.
skill. Yeah.
He might have good timing elsewhere.
Oh,
Mm.
he understands rhythm.
In bed.
Oh.
Rhythm.
Okay.
Never.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like, doesn't he just have to arrive?
You do all the work, boss.
What? No. Well. Oh no.
Well, her guys need her, so yeah.
It's 50-50. It's a 50-50 split. Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess I am basic, but music talents.
Has
they
he
get
whipped
me.
out a guitar anytime since then?
Yeah, he plays
Oh,
it all the
okay.
time, and every time he plays it,
Well, you bought him one for Christmas,
I
right?
did. I bought him a new one because the old one he had no longer, like the string was fucked up, and it's a really old guitar because he got it from his dad. But anyway, every time he plays it now, I'm like, oh, that's so cute because like I could see like a little like window into his soul because he's such an artist, and that's the only way he really expresses himself is like through his editing or like whenever he's like creating videos or when he's like playing music, and then that's when I get to really look inside because he's really closed off.
This
And
is
so-
really fucking sentimental right now. I love
Yeah,
it. I
that's
love
so
that.
sweet.
It's like you could tell that you love him as a person. So that's
Aw,
really cute.
that's good to know because sometimes I'm like, wait, do I? Because we fight so
Oh my
much.
God, girl. I feel like every
kidding, I'm
relationship
kidding, I'm
has
totally
that though,
kidding.
except for Nikki's.
But
But
after like 10 years, there's gonna be times where you're like, do I love this motherfucker? Or do I want to kill him?
Well, yeah, you definitely have to grow together
yeah.
because
That's
being
that's the
I
key.
was in a 5-year relationship where we grew apart, and that was tough because
Hi, how are you?
yes, it was tough because nothing went wrong. It was just like he went that way and I grew that way. That one's tough.
that is key growing
that
together.
sounds so like I try to make it always like a goal that like my guy and I like I feel like we're always walking hand in hand
Yeah.
like as we're like progressing through life and
You have
like
to be very conscious of that. I mean, you can just so quickly, like, unknowingly start growing apart, but you're very conscious of it.
yeah, like you could literally be living together and start growing
Yeah.
apart,
Yeah.
you know, and you're and it just starts with, oh, I'm busy, you know, this is going on, but like just as long as you make an effort to come back together, even if it's for a few hours, a few days, you know, every month, I think that
I
will
think
help.
date night is really important. Like
yeah, you guys do a date
weekly
night all the
date
time.
night, yeah, and not just like, all right, it's date night, guess we gotta leave the house. It's like you get ready, like you show up for that
It's an
person,
event.
you court each other still, like you're still trying to impress each other, you're still trying to smell nice, you're still trying to be like, ooh, I hope they like me tonight. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
To keep, yeah,
Yeah, just to keep that like
dating
energy alive.
Courtship.
Yeah, that spark. Because when I kiss him, it still feels like butterflies fill me. Like everything
Aw.
is the same,
That's
if
cute.
not better than it was like when we first started dating. But that definitely took work. It wasn't just like, oh, you know, you found the person and now like you're set forever. You don't have to do anything. Like, no, it is
A lot
work.
of people do get
it's
into that
maintenance.
mentality.
It's that upkeep of like really putting in the effort and having both parties put in the effort
Yeah.
and checking in with each other, making sure you are growing together. And it helps that he's in the same field as me, where we work together a lot. We have a lot of mutual friends. Because I've seen that happen too, where one partner works in a completely different industry and maybe they have to move, and then they have now like you have to move the whole family, or like you have to decide if you're going to move with them or not.
Yeah, the checking in part is really important because whenever Casey and I, like, our lives get crazy, like, for example, recently we just moved, so, like, we haven't really made that time to do our nightly check-ins that we said we would, and when we don't, we start, like, distancing a little bit, where we're like, we're not on the same page. If
Yeah.
we're thinking one thing, then the other person's thinking another thing, and then there's miscommunication. Checking in is, like, so important.
Dude, you know, I think kind of what I'm hearing, like, overall, when we go back to talking about our relationships or people we've really loved, and then thinking back to the conversation where we were talking more about, like, hot guys, it's almost like the main difference between, like, attraction of just, like, I want to fuck that, and, like, I love this person, is just, like, the attraction part is so much more primitive.
Yes.
It's very primitive. It's like we're not thinking, it's like we just, our brains
Yeah.
shrink teeny tiny, and we're just like, yes, fuck time.
Yeah. Yes.
And then when it comes to love, like, we're really thinking about it and feeling it and processing it so much. And sure, not all of the emotions are 100% positive. Like, there's negative and positive emotions that are intertwined in love, but with attraction, it's just one solid happy emotion, which is horny. I'm
Yeah.
horny.
Yeah, I mean, because
I'm
you
here
don't
for
even
this shit.
really probably know that person. You know nothing about them. You're just and also you're kind of creating the desire in yourself and just
Yeah,
projecting it onto
true.
them.
And there's no depth to it, and I think that's also why there's no satisfaction
Yeah.
from, like, kind of a one night
not
stand
sustainable.
hookup. It's not sustainable at all. Whereas love is, like, I feel like I'm getting so corny with this, but love has so many different types of emotions, good and bad, that it's exciting, it's enticing, like, it keeps you going, and, like, a one night stand is just not going to do that, or
Yeah.
multiple. It's like it's over.
It's also like with a one night stand, like you're just attracted, right? But if they do something annoying, you're like, ooh, I'm turned off, right?
Yeah,
Whereas with love, it's like
yes.
you're with those annoying things, you're with their flaws, and you accept all of it. You're like, I'm in love with the whole picture, not just this part of you. I'm in love with all of it.
Yeah.
Even when you're angry, you're
Yeah.
still like, I could still choose you. kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's the episode for the week, y'all. Look, we've been getting lots of comments, I think we need more reviews. If you have not reviewed yet, please drop us a review. But more importantly, share this with your girls, share this with the boys. Bring in some more, I was gonna say bitches. Bring in some more moods. Bring in some more moods.
Need more moods.
Yeah, and also I'm not quite sure exactly when this is going to premiere, but either our new YouTube series is out or it is coming out. Make sure you check that out. We're very, very, very excited
Yeah,
about
subscribe
that.
so you don't miss it.
Yeah, and be on the lookout whether that video came out last week or if they're coming out
might
soon.
be coming out this week.
It might be
later on
coming out this week. Well,
So by the time they see this,
Yeah.
it's already out.
It'll
We
or
don't
no, it'll be coming out like this week as this airs.
yeah,
This-
okay.
got
Go
it.
So-
watch all of the episodes just in case it came out.
Dude,
Just go look on YouTube.
look
We
at
don't
it.
know what our producers are doing with this footage, but just look around.
fucking
It is good.
producers.
and then come back.
I had so much fun on that sleepover night.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
can't
was
wait
so
till we do it
fun.
again because I would love to do it again.
Yes, we need like an actual house. We need like a
Yes.
big mood house.
We do.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.